Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? This is Sergeant Hare, recruiter with the Texas Army National Guard, here today with a virtual classroom presentation. Okay, I know everybody's stuck at home, bored, sick and tired of being on quarantine, trying to learn lessons from teachers who are giving you stuff online. I kind of come from a unique world in that I was a high school teacher for about 6 years. So I know what everybody's going through a little bit. And, here at Recruiting Command, we kind of wanted to bring you guys some ideas that kind of connect the classroom with some virtual lessons and some virtual ideas that you might get from your own online classrooms and your own teachers who are working their butts off trying to get you some information. Okay, so we're going to bring you some info about maybe some economics. We're going to look at some ideas in finances. Maybe we'll look at some of the benefits the National Guard has to offer and how those things can affect you in the real world. Today, what we're going to talk about is an idea in economics, okay? Those of you who have taken an economics class have definitely heard this term before. We're going to talk about opportunity cost, okay? So let's jump into this, all right? First question we're going to have, the first big question is, what is an opportunity cost, okay? I've got a book definition on the board for you, but I'm going to explain it in my own words, okay? Essentially what it is it's a very advanced cost benefits analysis. Every time you do something, you say, okay, what's the positive and what's the negative of this decision, right? Oh, I'm gonna go buy a new car. Awesome. Benefits, new car, maybe you get a better date, maybe, some people think some different stuff about you. That's awesome. What's the negative? Well, it's that car payment, right? The car insurance goes up, the car payment goes up, stuff like that. But what an opportunity cost is not just that plus and minus, it's pluses and minus down the road, okay? So let's get up to our first example, right? We're talking about that new car. And up here I've got a real good example of a pretty awesome brand new car, okay? This is the 2021 Dodge Challenger. V8, Hemi, horsepower it's crazy. This thing's awesome, all right? It's running about $40,000 to $55,000 right off the lot, okay? What that looks like, if we do a little bit of math, 5-year loan, 4% interest rate on 45 grand, you're looking at $830 a month. Okay, so our simple cost benefit analysis says the positive is this sweet ride, right? And the negative is that $829 a month. But opportunity costs asks us, what are we giving up by making that car payment? Okay? What if you want to go to college? Let's say, you just get out of school, you're starting a welding job, you're making some money, you've got enough money to buy this ride. It's awesome, good for you. But can you go to college now? It's gonna be a lot harder because you've got that massive car payment to make, okay? Can what happens if you want to start a family? What happens if you want to buy a house? These are all gonna be issues with that car payment hanging over your head, right? What happens if you lose your job? Because we know a lot of people have lost their jobs because of the coronavirus, right? This quarantine's taking a hit for a lot of people. Now you've got $829 a month that you need to pay out and figure out how to pay. That's an opportunity cost, all right? That's the pluses and minuses down the road. Okay, let's look at another example that I use with a lot of my high school students when I was in the classroom. Getting a college degree. We've got some different options to look at a college degree. We've got some different ideas, and you don't have to go to college right off the bat, right? But let's say you want to go to a brick and mortar school. 4 years, you're going to go to UT, you're going to go to A&M, you're going to have a great time, you're going to go to U of H, you're going to learn, maybe party a little bit. It's going to be awesome. You're going to have a great time. But opportunity cost says, okay, that's great. You want to go to college. What do you want to be? A teacher? Okay, that's awesome. How much do teachers normally make, right? So we have to think about those things. What's the salary? What's the pay? Are you going to go to Baylor at $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in tuition a year just to be a teacher? Maybe that's a decision we need to make. We need to look at the long-term consequences and the opportunity costs. Now, why that idea matters in the long run. All of our life decisions come with an opportunity cost. Choosing college versus going into a career field, okay? Choosing what type of career you want to go into. You're right, okay? Maybe being a police officer is what you dreamed of, but maybe you also dreamed of owning a mansion. Okay, those two things might not necessarily go together. I promise I understand. I was a teacher. We don't make that much money, but we do make a difference, okay? Depends on what matters in your life. Buying a house is an opportunity cost. And really importantly, joining the Texas Army National Guard and serving your country comes with an opportunity cost, all right? Now, as a recruiter, I had somebody come in the other day and said, hey man, I'd like to talk to you about education benefits. I'm in college right now. I'd like some help with school. And I said, okay, man, that's awesome. We talked about the benefits. I'll show you a couple of those in a little bit. But we talked about the benefits, what he can gain from serving his country and his state, stuff like that. And you know what he said to me? He said, well, I really need help paying for school, but a 6-year contract is just too long. I'm not willing to do it. And I said, okay, so you came in here looking for a way to solve a problem, and you're not willing to sacrifice to solve that problem. That's an opportunity cost. Okay, so let's look at this slide. I've got costs and benefits of the Texas Army National Guard, right? We've got some pretty solid benefits, but there are definitely some costs. You're gonna have to take time to go to training. You gotta go to basic training, you gotta go to advanced individual training. We gotta teach you how to be a soldier, right? It's gonna take that 1 week in a month and 2 weeks in the summer, okay? And for some units, maybe that's a couple of extra days. All right, so you're gonna have to sacrifice a weekend, and it does take a 6-year contract. But what do you get in the process? That's the question. What comes with that opportunity cost? Well, there's an opportunity benefit as well. We're talking a monthly paycheck, okay? GI Bill to help pay for college. We're almost $600 a month while you're in college. Other ed benefits, we've got tuition assistance, we've got tuition reimbursement, we've got the Hazelwood Act. Come talk to me if you want to find out more about those, okay? We've got adventure. Airborne. I've got my aerosol wings on right now. Okay, we can throw you out of planes. You can jump out of helicopters. Chance for potential travel. Access to healthcare. Okay, some of y'all with the coronavirus may have lost a job, may have lost your access to healthcare. Guess what? We can provide access, $50 a month for pretty solid insurance. Okay, we also have access to some life insurance and some other veteran benefits that you may be looking at. So the real question you have to ask yourself, is 6 years of my time at 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks out of the summer, is that worth changing my future? Because that's what the Texas Army National Guard does. We change your future, and we further your future by allowing you access to the benefits. Not even allowing you access, you earning access to the benefits that can further your career, your life, and the lives of your children, okay? So access to education, health insurance, and making a difference. Okay, those are all really big deals. So, the real question is, when it comes to opportunity cost, is do you have what it takes to change your future?